Hello everyone, my name is Ned Finn, welcome back to the channel, and welcome to a little speed build thing. Trying something a little bit, new this morning. Certainly it's morning. This is my first time, like, recording or streaming a thing. I'm not streaming a thing, doing a thing for the channel, before noon in, like, quite some time, and of course this is going to be, not even necessarily edited, but lightly put together and uploaded later, so it is what it is. And there is a face cam mostly to cover up the original sped up face cam that was on the original stream from which I have taken this recording. But yeah, I'm doing the I'm just going over my very quickly in speed build form. My creation of the tiny vampire lair that got the whole Meyer pancakes family thing kicked off. You can see here that I've kind of got some basics like furniture that I definitely want to include laid out. I've got the initial coffin room set up, I guess you'd say, making sure my audio is working. I don't want to necessarily have to go back and re-record this. I'm thinking of also working on maybe another, like, edited Subnautica compilation, maybe even working on a Dishonored something or other after much delay, but I don't want to commit to that, mostly because I am notoriously bad when it comes to putting any kind of, like, actual, like, video content rather than just streams and VODs and shorts. But yeah. I've never done a speed build before, so this is probably going to be bad, but, you know, it is what it is. Just kind of going over a little recap of the silliness that got us all started. And I when I did this build originally, I was very intent. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to try to do this in 32 tiles. Probably could, but I'd have to compromise a lot, and I wouldn't be able to get things like the nice, like, separate coffin room and the organ included. You can see here I'm having to rearrange the entire bathroom because poor Alex cannot get in the shower. Not that vampires really have much of an issue with cleanliness anyway. They tend to stay pretty topped off. And of course, this is not necessarily going to be as direct as perhaps a more competently put together speed build, because this is taken directly from the stream, and, you know, I'm going to pause and talk to chat and all that jazz. But yeah, just making sure that everything looks good on the central recording, because like a goofus, I'm just using OBS to record this whole thing. Putting that together. I think the total thing is about 15 minutes or so. There you can see I'm building out the kitchen. Honestly, more so than this, I should be sitting down and working on some shorts today in the interest of kind of pushing towards channel growth. The shorts are by far the best thing for that, but, you know, sometimes the putting shorts together, that's not the difficult thing. I can crack off a short in about, let's say 45 minutes from start to finish. The issue is trawling through previous streams and getting clips. That is such a process. Especially when it's like, well, you know, I already did this because I was here for it. I did the stream thing myself. And there's like, oh, and here I am getting the character of the neighborhood, to put it in HOA terms, just trying to kind of see. I think I'm doing like a material check more than anything else. But yeah, going through previous streams and getting clips is a process. That's the most time-consuming process of the whole thing. I could probably take advantage of the more extensive storage that I have available to me, because I've got like 6 terabytes of storage now. That was one of the kind of mid-range upgrades that I did back, not about 9 months ago, I suppose now, because this was back, 9 months almost exactly, because I did that as a big kind of birthday project for myself, going back and going in and doing some, like, not 100% vital upgrades. I got myself, like, a 32 gigabyte RAM kit, new cooler, new hard drive. Was that it? I think that might have been it. Yeah. New cooler, extra hard drive, and the RAM kit, I believe. Which, not insignificant. Sad thing is, I got the my two 8 gigabyte sticks taken out of the PC. I still need to install those on Ping's PC, because she's currently running a... Oh, I remember this. I remember struggling with that roof section there. It's something... It's an issue with how the game is treating that platform as a separate room. It's its own weird little thing. But yeah, Ping has a single stick of 16 gigabyte RAM that needs to be swapped out for the two 8 gig sticks, because dual channel RAM is more efficient, even if the actual number of gigabytes of RAM is the same. But yeah. I mean, Fortnite doesn't seem to be running poorly on the little, I guess it would be an ITX build that I put together for her, so it's not a big, no rush there, but it wouldn't hurt, is the point. Where are we at on this house anyway? I guess we've got most of the interior figured out, although I think there's still, like, walling and flooring to be done, as well as, okay, yeah, I'd say the interior is, like, maybe, like, 40% finished, because the kitchen still has to be done, and there's a bunch of decor and stuff that needs to be updated. At some point, I do need to get back to the old Meyer pancakes. The stream that I did for business and hobbies was just a one-off. Yep, and there's where I see the issue with the frickin' thing. And of course, the issue is that it's sitting on that platform. But for that platform, we'd be fine. But game takes umbrage with that room as it stands, which is... Oh, The Sims. And this is particularly disappointing because, like, build buy mode is one of the things that the game does the absolute best. Especially compared to The Sims 3, which was fun to build in, don't get me wrong. But, there's just, like Sim pathfinding is so much better in 4, which makes smaller builds way more manageable to do. And you've got... I don't know, like, just being able to, like, move the entire house around on the lot. Huge. Being able to detach rooms, move them around, the way that you can kind of, like, drag rooms out, it's just, there's a lot of convenience there that The Sims 3 did not have, although I am thinking, and I mean, this is not going to be a spoiler, because if I end up going through with this, this will be obvious. I'm thinking of putting the old Sims 3 build by music over top of this, and it occurs to me that, like, the reason that we say build by is because those used to be two separate things in, like, much more clearly quarantined systems in 3 than 4. Like, you had build mode where you had, like, the kind of the infrastructure, not even the infrastructure, just the structure of the house, walls, windows, doors, flooring, wall texture, that sort of thing. And then buy mode, you actually had, like, the objects, so kitchen stuff, all that jazz. My God, like, the Sims 4 handles countertops so much better. Like, each counter set, like, I really think you probably had, like, 3 variations of each counter in 4. In The Sims 3. Like one for kind of like an internal curve, one for an external curve, and that was like, and then just the one that was straight ahead. Whereas like Sims 4, you've got like end pieces, you've got sometimes you've got like extra tall countertops and cabinets and stuff. Like it's build is one of those things that 4 does. There goes me freaking out over those window swatches, which are very nice. Definitely gives a very nice contribution to the overall feel of that entryway. Although I do, even so, even as good as The Sims 4, and I abandoned that idea very quickly. As good as The Sims 4 does its build by, the lack of creative style will always hurt. And like it hurts maybe 25% of the time because you're trying to pull off something very, very specific. But like when it's there, when you're wanting it there and it's not there, it hurts. It's a pain. But that kind of is what it is. Coffee time. I don't need to be drinking coffee while I'm doing this. But yeah, Sims 4, I mean, build mode's still very good. It's one of those things the game really, really nails. And I'll tell you what, the prospect of build mode in conjunction with the for rent stuff, very enticing. Except, you know, the Steam reviews all warned of this. The gameplay's just kind of bugged in For Rent. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Like, I've just in my spare time put together, like, a very crappy rental property. Like, one room, very, like sub-tiny home sized. And when I get the Ping comes to interrupt me here. Y'all can't see that because my current face cam is obscuring the old face cam. But the yeah, like when there's issues on the lot or something, like you're given a period of time, like it's treated as an event, right? Like, oh, you know, the all of the appliances have sprung leaks or something. You gotta like mop up the puddles and clean and fix the appliances. Get my sim over there, start working on the on fixing the on repairing the objects, and then with like, you know, like 4 hours left on the timer, it just ends. It's like, oh, you failed the event, and it's like, why though? So that's unfortunate. I still like a lot of the build by stuff that's included in oh gosh, and here I am struggling to get the coffin back on. Unfortunate. I had to rebuild the entire platform. It's not perfect. It's good, but it's not perfect. But yeah, no, the build buy stuff in For Rent is still very good. I especially like a lot of the more like rundown grungy items. That's something that The Sims 4 doesn't have a ton of, and without creative style, it's very difficult to like adjust existing objects more into that style without modding them, which is ludicrous, but whatever. But yeah, no, the gameplay just doesn't really work as far as like day-to-day maintenance of the of those rental properties, which is just disappointing. Which is also why I was very pleased with here I am trying out that pattern structure for the floors. I think I eventually abandoned that, although that does look... Yeah, I ended up... I actually kind of liked that look. I think I might have... Perhaps I should have stuck with that, but it is what it is. Let's see here. Where was I? Good Lord. Yeah, that's why I was so pleasantly surprised with the with how well and flawlessly the gameplay for businesses and hobbies worked out so far. Like it seems to just kind of work. And I haven't messed around with it too much, but like the fundamentals seem to be there, and it seems to be working out just fine. That'll be very fun to mess around with in the future. I like the mixed residential lots, the residential small business lots, but like having separate small business lots is also very nice. Definitely feels like kind of a an updated version of the retail lots from Get to Work, and I'm pretty sure, like, you know, you've got like Get to Work, and then you also have Dine Out, which adds runnable restaurants to the game, which is all well and good. I'm pretty sure you could pull off both of those with businesses and hobbies by itself, because like you can set a small business lot where like one of the activities is I think I abandoned this rug idea eventually, or do I keep that? I might do. But yeah, you could like create a lot where one of the activities is, you know, like eating and drinking and socializing or whatever. It's a restaurant, baby. Same thing with essentially building a retail store through the with that system, not having a mirrored version of that bird did annoy. But yeah, no, businesses and hobbies. The rare kind of gameplay forward pack that I actually like really, really like. Like normally I'm there for the Create a Sim stuff and the most significantly the build buy, which like the build buy stuff that's there is nice, but there's not like a ton of it. It's mostly, oh, and there we go. Wow. You know what I should have done is I should have gone in and grabbed up the I should have jumped. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump in and do like a final wrap-up tour of this build and also finish up my thoughts. So that'll be just a moment. And just like that, with movie magic, we are back into the original build. Now this is slightly updated from what we would have seen at the end of the initial recording that I grabbed, because there was another stream where I did more of the landscaping, but there's really not much to it. I think that the landscaping was mostly just me talking to chat and kind of dithering about, it's nice. You got a pond in the back, a nice bench, some trees. This is post-gameplay, so I had planted some, what do you call these things? Plasma fruit trees. Quick tour of the actual residence here. The lovely entry where you've got the little angel gargoyle things sitting in their flower beds. I do not know why we have a thing of fall seeds just sitting out on the space there. Nice little like front end reading nook with you know, and of course I didn't do the ceilings, but they don't look terrible. Nice big portrait there. Sitting area that's like nicely open. I love all the portraits that the I think all three of these came from vampire stuff. That one is from something else, but that's fine. Nice organ. Nice little dining area for two. I'd never realized that before. You get a nice view of the plasma fruit trees from out there. The kitchen with the herbs. I would have liked to have put a little bit more decor items in the kitchen here, but that's all right. Very nice old school kitchen. Of course, none of this was intended for gameplay, so I was able to splurge with the actual cost of the house. Gave myself kind of infinite wealth to work with here. A very small space. I like the book. You know, for as much trouble as it caused me, I do like the elevated platform for the coffin. And then after a slightly narrow entrance to make room for that closet, we've got the bathroom using, I think, all vampire fixtures, I suppose you'd say, plumbing fixtures. But yeah, interior, very nice. I love the big, thick curtains that you could easily see using to block out the sun's harmful rays. I like that big flippin' window there. Yeah, this is a good build. I definitely like it. At some point, we'll do a speed build of... Where is it? Of that build right over there. Hiding within the soft focus over there. But yeah, you know, I quite like how this house turned out. You know, it was initially just a nice little building challenge that turned into quite the fun ongoing series of streams. But yeah, I think that'll do it for me. I've completely forgotten the original point that I was making before the original speed build ended, but that's okay. If it was important, I would remember, and I don't, so it's not. Folks, thank you all very much for watching. I am Ned Finn, and until next time, goodbye forever.